Hello, everyone. I am Bob Gregerson, President of Pitt-Greensburg. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us today and to learn more about Pitt-Greensburg, who we are and what we have to offer. We are the University of Pittsburgh on a personal scale. What that means is we're intentionally small, and that gives us the ability to focus on each and every student and provide them the support that they need to achieve their goals. Regardless of what you see as your intended major, what you see as your career pathway, we're here to help you achieve those career, personal, and academic goals. We have faculty who are here specifically because they want to educate undergraduate students. We don't have graduate programs, and that means every class you take is taught by a faculty member, not by a graduate teaching assistant. I think that's really important. It's especially important as you begin your college career as a freshman. Having that expertise in the classroom, in the laboratory, and in offices and hallway settings, those folks are there to help you learn and master the material in a way that I think is really impactful. So we have those faculty that are dedicated to your learning. We have staff that are absolutely there to help you achieve your goals and be successful. That's the kind of place this is. It's a community. It's a community of faculty, staff, and your fellow students who are all engaged in the same enterprise. That is helping you be successful and achieve your goals. We take that very personally. We believe in it wholeheartedly, that we exist to help you be successful. And there are so many aspects of that support system, whether it's in advising, folks that are there for you whenever you need them as you make decisions, whether it's in something like counseling or tutoring, or with your faculty advisor, looking at what is the pathway to get me where I want to go, whether it's directly into a career, whether it's into graduate school, whether it's into professional school. You will have folks that will help you understand those pathways and help you navigate those systems. Again, it's because we focus on our students that we can help you be successful. The entire university exists to support students in their undergraduate experience. So I hope today you learn a little bit more about who we are and how we can help students achieve their goals. The undergraduate experience is unlike any other time of your life. And you're looking at us, you're trying to understand us to see, do we fit this next step in your pathway? I hope we do, and I think we have so many things to offer, but you do have to find the place that's the right fit for you. So take your time, learn who we are, ask those questions that you need to get answered, and I think what you'll find is this is a place that is truly an educational community that's dedicated to its students. We enjoy helping students. We get satisfaction out of seeing our students succeed. We really love seeing the contributions that our alumni make after they graduate and leave Pitt-Greensburg, whether they're making those contributions locally in the region or worldwide. We have a lot of things to be very, very proud of. And we want you to be part of that success story. So thank you once again for taking the time to be with us. And now I will turn it over to Troy Ross, who's our Director of Housing and Residence Life. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Hello, my name is Troy Ross. I am the Director of Housing and Residence Life at Pitt-Greensburg. I want to talk to you a little bit today about the different residence halls that we have on campus, how to apply to live on campus, a little bit about some placement information, and how to request roommates. So we have 4 different areas here at Pitt-Greensburg that freshmen can live. 2 of those, College Hall and Robert Shaw, are more traditional style residence halls. We also have University Court, which is a 2-bedroom apartment that 4 students would be assigned to. So you'd have 2 students in one bedroom, 2 students in the other bedroom. We also have the Academic Village. The Academic Village has 4 bedrooms. They're single bedrooms for 4 students. So those are the 4 areas that we have. And the way you apply to live in those areas is that you have to complete an application. Now, the application will be available in May for all of our first year students. Typically, it's the 2nd week of May when we make it available, and it's due by the end of May. So College Hall, Robert Shaw, University Court, those are first come, first served areas. In other words, if you were the first student to apply to that area and you select Robert Shaw as your preference, then that's where you would be placed. The longer you wait, the more difficult it is to get those preferences. The Academic Village is a little bit different in that it's not first come, first serve. Instead, what happens is the directors of the Academic Village will look at everyone who's applied to the village, because there is a separate application that you have to complete for the Academic Village. So you would complete that application, and they're going to review your application along with every other student who applied by that best consideration date. In other words, they applied by the end of May. So they're going to look at all of those students, and they're going to select their who they think are the best of those students. So there's no guarantee that the person who applied first would get in, and the person who applied last could still get in, as long as it was by that best consideration. Whenever students apply, they will find out in June, beginning of June, no later than mid-June, as far as where they're going to be placed. Okay, that's for those students who did apply by the best consideration date. When you get that information, it'll be an email to the student's Pitt email, and it will only say where the student is living as far as which building. So it might say Academic Village or College Hall or Robert Shaw, or wherever the student is living. So that's all they're going to know. They're not going to know roommates. They're not going to know a specific room. And the reason why we do that is it gives us the opportunity to allow students to find roommates, because then you can look for someone else that has been assigned to that area. So speaking of roommates, the way you go about requesting it is pretty easy. On your housing application, you'll be able to list a roommate if you know someone that you want to live with. So if you're coming from an area somewhere and your friend is coming, just list each other on the application. It kind of almost works like a friend request. So if you put your friend down that you want to live with him or her, they have to go in and accept it, and then you'll be able to be placed together. Now you do have to be assigned to the same location. So someone in Robert Shaw would only be able to request people from Robert Shaw. If there's an issue with that, you can talk to us and we can see how we can help you with that. If you don't know somebody, we have a couple tools in place to try to help with that. We have our Facebook group for the class, for the incoming class. So we always encourage students to join that, and we always see people trying to locate roommates that way. If we have our summer orientation in person this year, that is also a really good way for students to meet other people, especially ones who have been assigned to their area, and you can make a request like that. So if you come to orientation and you meet someone, you're like, hey, this person seems like they'd be a really good roommate, and they're already assigned to where I'm living, then you just have to update your application with that information. We also have an app called RoomSync, and that helps connect people who are already assigned to the same area with other people who may be good roommates. So that's just some of the ways that we try to help in locating roommates, helping students locate roommates. So there's some other information that if you would like to check out on our website, greensburg.pitt.edu/housing. You can get step-by-step information as far as how to apply. Whenever we get closer to May, we'll have specific dates that will be listed in there as far as when that application is actually going to be available and that best consideration date. You can also find video tours of the residence halls of all of our areas. So make sure you check that out. And if you have any questions, please email us. You can email us at upghousing@pitt.edu. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Red. I'm the Assistant Director of Admissions here at the University of Pittsburgh at Greensburg. Wanted to talk to you a little bit about your next steps in the admissions process. At this point, you should be an admitted student. So your next step is going to be paying that $100 tuition deposit. That essentially commits you to the University of Pittsburgh at Greensburg. Now, you can do so by clicking on the link that's attached to this video. You can call at 724-836-9880 and we can take it over the phone. There are a lot of ways that you can do that, whether it be through credit card or through personal check. You can come in and pay that in person as well. Once you pay that tuition deposit, what will happen is the university will communicate with you about your next steps. Some of that may be setting up your Pitt account, your Pitt username and password, and some of that might be filling out the housing deposit in the May timeframe. I just wanted to make sure that you all knew that Joyce and myself are both resources for you to be able to get any questions answered. You can call us directly. All of our information is on the website, or you can email us directly as well. You can send us a personal email, or you can send an email to upgadmit@pitt.edu, and one of us will be able to answer from there as well. Thank you so much for considering the University of Pittsburgh at Greensburg, and I hope you have a great day.
Hello, my name is Lee Hoffman, and I am the Assistant Dean of Student Services and the Director of Orientation here at Pitt-Greensburg. I would like to welcome you to our beautiful campus, a part of which you can see behind me. I'm here to speak to you today about one of the next steps in your journey as a first-year student, and that is to attend summer orientation. Once you pay your tuition deposit, you will receive what's called your Pitt credentials to your personal email account. Your Pitt credentials will contain your Pitt username and password and instructions on how to set up your Pitt email account. It is very important that you do this as soon as possible and then start checking your Pitt email as regularly as you can. We send all the information about all the next steps you need to take to your Pitt email account, so it's very important that you start checking this account instead of your personal account. Once you have your Pitt email account set up, one of the first things you'll receive is called the Freshman Survey. The Freshman Survey is a questionnaire that we send out to you that asks you questions such as, what do you intend your major to be? What types of classes would you like to take? What area of interest do you have? It also asks you questions related to things such as whether you're going to be living on campus or commuting. Are you going to be an athlete? We take all of this information and then we use it to start creating your fall class schedule. We also ask you to complete some placement exams, some online placement exams. Now, not everybody will be required to take these exams, but we use the results of these exams to also create your fall class schedule. You will then be able to review this information and then speak with somebody about it during summer orientation, which is the next step that you will need to take. You will need to register for summer orientation online as well, and we will give you instructions in your Pitt email on how to do this. You are required to attend this program, so it's very important for you to register for this as soon as you are able. There are 4 dates typically available that you get to choose from, 2 in June and 2 in July. They are all Thursday, Friday dates. The SOAR program is a day and a half, all day on Thursday and half a day on Friday. So you will be able to pick the date that you can best attend and register for that when you register for summer orientation. The day and a half program that we have is an opportunity for you to get more information that you need to be successful as a first-year student when you start school in August. It covers a lot of different information, anywhere from student services to financial aid to the business office, but it's also about meeting the people, which is why we have a day and a half program. It really gives you that opportunity to meet your fellow classmates, get to know your fellow students, get to meet some of the peer leaders, which are the upperclassmen who are here to help you, and also to meet some faculty and staff. So we expect you to make time in your schedule to attend this program. Now, if you are an out-of-state student or a student who lives far away and you cannot attend summer orientation, we will have an alternative available for you in the form of an online orientation. So don't worry about having to attend SOAR if you're from a great distance away. However, for everybody else, we do want you to attend the summer orientation program. So we send that information out regarding both the freshman survey and summer orientation. It starts coming out around the end of April, beginning of May, to the people who have paid their tuition deposit. There's also information on our website about it, so if you have further information or would like to see more details about the summer orientation program, you can find more information on our website. You are also welcome to give me a call or contact me through email at Leigh7, Leigh, the number 7, at pitt.edu if you have any further questions. And I can't wait to see you all this summer. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Beth Tiedemann. I am the Director of Academic Advising, and I'm also the Registrar for the Greensburg campus of the University of Pittsburgh. And I'd like to take a moment to first extend a warm welcome to the Pitt-Greensburg community. We're happy to have you joining us, and we look forward to working with you over the upcoming months as you prepare to enroll at Pitt-Greensburg as an incoming student. I have a number of things I'd like to tell you about briefly. We'll start with academic information. So on the Pitt-Greensburg website, greensburg.pitt.edu, there is a section, it's the third one from the left toward the top, called Academics. And within that section, you'll find really honestly all the key information that you would need to know about both majors and minors, general education requirements, as well as scheduling information. So within that tab, the second link down, it takes you to a page that has detailed information about each major that we have here at the Greensburg campus, including an overview of the classes that you would be required to take, course descriptions, and so forth. There's also a link to our general education curriculum. There's another link called class schedules, and that has the class information for the upcoming semesters, days and times, and each course that's offered, and so forth. So there's also information about study abroad and our academic village. So I encourage you, if you haven't done so already, to check out that portion of our website. Another question that a lot of incoming students ask is how they can receive credit for a course that they took either through dual enrollment or through an AP class. So we do accept both, and this would be something as it gets closer to the end of your school year, you'll want to make sure that if it's an AP class that you have the score report sent to us directly. And if it's a dual enrollment class, the college that is awarding those credits needs to send us an official transcript once the grade has been posted. Then an academic advisor will review that transcript or that score report and post the credits for you. If you are wondering about a particular AP test or a particular college and high school course and how that credit would transfer over, I encourage you to call the advising office, 724-836-9940, and we can connect you with an academic advisor who can give you more detailed information. You can also Google University of Pittsburgh AP credits, and you'll find a complete list of all of the AP tests and what score is required in order to receive credit and the equivalent course credit that you will receive. Academic advising at the University of Pittsburgh at Greensburg is something that we take quite seriously. You will be assigned an academic advisor. Most students will work with one of our full-time staff advisors for the first 2 years while they're here, and then you'll be assigned to a faculty advisor in your major. We will also help you prepare to select classes for the fall semester. So you will work with an advisor during the upcoming summer months to select classes that would be appropriate according to your interests, your major, placement scores, and so forth. The registration process for the fall semester starts in May. Probably my best piece of advice with regards to that is to keep a very close eye on your email, especially your new Pitt email address that you'll receive. Once you have paid your deposit, you'll be able to access that email, and that's our primary way of corresponding with you. So that will start up in late April, early May, and will continue throughout the summer months as we prepare for the start of the fall semester. Again, I welcome you to the Pitt-Greensburg community. We look forward to getting to know you and helping you begin your journey with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Beth, for providing all the information you just did for our fall 2021 UPG commits. My name is Brian Bigley. I'm the Director of Financial Aid here at the University of Pittsburgh-Greensburg. I'm going to help you through the entire process of financial aid. We're going to start off by going over a couple things about how to apply for financial aid. First off, you're going to obtain what is called an FSA ID. Both student and parents will need one of these. This is your electronic signature for things such as the MPN, entrance counseling, and the FAFSA. You're going to use that at the end of the FAFSA. And speaking of the FAFSA, when you and your parents sit down for the 2021-2022 FAFSA, you're going to use your 2019 2019 taxes in order to complete the process. And eventually you're going to get to a part where it's going to give you the option to use the IRS data retrieval tool. We suggest you do this, which basically takes your 2019 taxes from the IRS and puts it on the FAFSA form. And what that'll do is that'll eliminate the need for us, or most likely eliminate the need for us, to ask you for a copy of the 2019 taxes if you're selected for a process called verification. And what verification is essentially the government's asking us to make sure what is on the FAFSA agrees with what is on the tax return. It's a pretty simple process. If you're a Pennsylvania state resident, you're going to click the little link at the end of the FAFSA that says transmit this information to FIA. That should take care of the FIA's need for any information from you. However, I would suggest to go out to FIA.org probably about 2 to 3 weeks after you file your FAFSA, just to make sure they have everything they need from you. What we do when we get the process FAFSA, the government already gives us what is called an EFC, or expected family contribution. That helps us determine the types and amounts of financial aid for which you're eligible for. Going into the different types and amounts is called gift aid, basically free money. There are grants. The EFC is a 0. You may be eligible for $6,345 in a federal Pell Grant. For EFC is $4,000. You may be eligible for about $2,300. Nice thing about the federal Pell Grant is the University of Pittsburgh started what is called a Pitt Success Pell Match program last year. So basically, whatever amount of money you get for the federal Pell Grant, we match it as part of your financial aid package from University of Pittsburgh funds. SEOG, or Supplemental Educational Opportunity Grant, is another small federal fund that is available. We use your EFC to determine your amounts of SEOG that you're eligible for. And lastly, FIA. This year, meaning the 2021 school year, the maximum fee is about $4,000. So again, you want to make sure you get that down as soon as possible. Self-help, you want to get into your federal direct loans. You got the subsidized and unsubsidized loan. The big difference is where the unsubsidized big U, you're responsible for the interest while you go to school. Work study is the last part of self-help. That is the option to find a job on campus. The money does not come off your bill. So when you get your balance due notification or your bill, and you determine what financial aid you have, do not take work study off of that. It's essentially spending money on campus, pizza money Friday nights, going to a local theater, however you want to spend your extra money. Additional alternative financing options, we'll get into scholarships. Pitt Funds Me is a scholarship database that we have at Pitt. So once you're admitted, you'll have access to more than 15,000 non-Pitt scholarships. Make sure you sign in as soon as possible as you're admitted and fill out as many questions as you can, because the more questions you complete, the more scholarship matches you may have. What we also use Pitt Funds Me for is any endowed scholarships, meaning non-merit-based scholarships. You fill out the criteria, we'll run a report, run a query, and we'll say that John Smith qualifies for the Jane Smith Scholarship. And we very well could award you scholarship money through that part of the process as well. And lastly, with scholarships, make sure you let us know if you're awarded any scholarships, because that has the potential to impact your financial aid package as well. A couple additional options you can use are a Parent Plus loan, which is a loan under mom or dad's name, a private loan, which is a loan under the student's name with a most likely needing a cosigner, given that you're going to be 17, 18, or 19 coming into school. Now, there are some private parent loans, which is an option for mom or dad to take out on behalf of their student. Then lastly is a payment plan. University of Pittsburgh has a payment plan that you can sign up and make essentially what amounts to 6 equal payments per term, or 12 payments per year. And if you owe $10,000, they split that into 6 payments, and you would pay exactly that. It does cost $45 a term to enroll for. That is another option. Just to wrap it up, make sure you always check your Pitt email. We will communicate to you via your Pitt email. Official notifications come to mine is bjb74@pitt.edu. We don't send it to Hotmail. We don't send it to Google Mail or any other type of email service. We send it to your Pitt email. And for FA contact info, again, my name is Brian Bigley, bjb74@pitt.edu. You can email me and request a Zoom meeting if needed. We can sit down and help you complete the FAFSA, answer any and all questions that you may have.